Howdy folks, this is Wooded Celt, Douglas Christie, and I am here today basically as a video response to someone I saw recently on YouTube. But mainly I just wanted to show you what my bug out bag is, or camping bag or survival bag. I consider it more of a camping bag because I like to go wilderness camping. And just showing you what's in my bag. Now I do add a couple of things when actually planning the trip, depending on where I'm going. So this is just what I keep in my bag all year round. I don't keep it in my car because I don't have a car, because I believe in trying to walk or bike as much as possible. That's not true. I do own a car, I just don't use it. It's actually stored at my dad's house, so I don't even have it with me in Massachusetts where I'm living right now. But in any case, this is my camping bag, and I've actually, about a year ago, I bought a brand new one to use more as a travel bag, but also it works as a camping bag as well. It's basically a backpack that turns into a suitcase, designed mainly for traveling on airplanes, especially for traveling in European situations. I used to do a lot of travel to Europe, and I was planning on doing a lot last year, but some things happened, and it didn't happen. May happen again this year. But in any case, my old backpack is very old. I think I got it in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, one of those years. So I'm 45 years old now. So that tells you how old it is. It's still in working condition. It's not waterproof anymore. And that was one of the reasons why I got a new one, because the new one is waterproof. It is. It doesn't have a frame in it. Neither of them have a frame in them. But they do have shoulder packs, shoulder straps, and waist straps. And the one that I had, years and years and years ago, was a design that I'd never seen. Probably for 20 some years again, until I saw this one recently. But in any case, I'll show you what's in my bags. And I haven't opened this bag since the last time I went camping, which was, at least 5-6 months ago. So I don't even know how it's packed, but it's basically packed the same way and has been packed the same way, since I was in my early 20s, when I also did a lot of wilderness camping. The difference is that I don't go by myself anymore like I used to. I go with a friend this time. It's more for a safety reason, and also I think I get bored more as an adult than I did as a younger person. I'm not really sure, but anyway, here is my bags and what I carry. So this is the old one, and this is the new one right here. Now I also attach my right here sleeping pad, and that is one of 3 sleeping bags I have. This is the one that compacts the most. I can compact it more actually to fit in here, but it's very hard. And if I do have space, I do have this little chair right here, but I've had that since I was in the military back in my early 20s. But I also have even a smaller one, which probably, not 100% sure, but probably is in this bag right here. So this bag right here has a backpack that just comes off, and you can use it as a day pack if you want. And has 2 side pockets that are kind of hidden, and places for a drink if you want. All the zippers can be hidden. Has a lower compartment which you can get to separately from the upper compartment, which is good for like shoes or things you want to get at to really quickly, especially in an airport. There's not really much inside, just one big open spot. But mainly what I want to show you is this. This right here, I don't have it in here currently because it's kept in my storage unit in Pennsylvania. And right here, an entrenching tool is basically a fold-up shovel. In here I used to keep get cards and a backgammon game, and a survival book. Right now there's just a little thing on how to tie knots, and there's nothing in this compartment right now. In this side pocket I have two side pockets, and this one I usually keep cooking gear, and the other I normally keep like survival stuff. But for the moment, because I've been doing wilderness camping, I have my propane kept in here, and you can get two of them in the side pocket. And over on this side pocket over here, don't even know, I have seeds. And it's interesting that I've been learning about food forests recently, because I have actually been throwing seeds in the forests and places that I camp since I was probably 16 years old. And I just did it. I would also plant blueberry bushes and herbs and stuff like that. And I would go back to the same spots year after year, and I would find these bushes or herbs, and I would use them for my cooking. So what else do I have in there? I just have toiletries, toothbrush, a lighter. I have some allergy pills, some of these little pieces of paper that turn into soap, earplugs, some Listerine. What is that? Can't even see. They're earbuds, or the things that clean out your ears with Q-tips. There we go. Toothpick in there. Some toothpaste, the old-fashioned kind. That kind of has fluoride in it, but the small tubes are easier to carry around. Some hand lotion. There's a mirror and some alcohol swabs. That's the basic one. I change it as I go. Alright, so I have a little tool. This comes in very handy. And something fell. Alright, and this is a fire starter and whistle, safety whistle. Let's see if I can open it with one hand. So, great little thing. And something else useful with this, and I can't really think at the moment, but I keep that in there. Oh, solar charger. And that's all I have in there for the moment. So what else do I have? No, this is a High Sierra brand. I don't know if it still exists or not. Alright, so the first thing that comes to, I have two waterproof sacks in here. And I think one of them actually got destroyed in my last camping trip, so I'm going to have to water test those. Alright, a little sterno stove, which you can use for little pieces of wood in there if you don't have sterno. I have a collapsible bucket that I got when I was in the military. It has been one of the best purchases I ever made my entire life. Non-potable water, which means you can't drink the water out of here, but it's great for cooking. Wash my clothes in there, wash my dishes in there, and if I need to haul water from a stream, that's awesome. Alright, and this is well, it's empty right now, some waterproof pouches, and I probably have them in my storage unit or in the closet or something. Alright, so a tarp, which has string on it, so it means that I've actually used it for something, usually for shelter or something. Alright, here's my other chair that I was telling you about. Let me get unhooked here. This actually just unfolds and becomes a little tiny chair. It's not very stable, mostly because this piece got bent somewhere along the way. This piece got bent right here. But it does work, and it's awesome. I've had that probably since I was 16 or something. Alright, I have some rope sandals. They are pretty comfortable. Not when I first broke them in, but I've had these probably since I was 20 years old. I'm trying to think when I actually got these. Maybe when I was 22 years old. I knew I was living in Dallas, Texas at the time. And even though they were starting to show some wear, I mean, these are almost, if not older than 20 years old. And they're in still excellent shape and 100% made out of rope. So, and I wear these in the water. I wear them hiking. Pretty much anywhere. Mud is not that great, but I have worn them in muddy situations. So it's great if you need to traverse a stream and you don't have water shoes. In fact, my water shoes, they don't last. And I've had these for years and years and years. Right here is just a dish towel. And this is a I actually put this on the floor of my tent, so when I walk in and out, you can get the stuff from the trees and all the mud and stuff, because this is just easily washable, and it's not an emergency or necessary situation, but you can use it as a blanket. So there's my emergency blanket. So, headlamps. I got several in here because probably because of my last camping trip. This is a battery-powered headlamp. It's mostly bright, but mainly I use it. I hang it on top of my tent, and it's bright enough for the tent. I like it a lot. I've had it for a long time. Same thing for this little fan right here. I've had this fan, probably 20 years. Takes I think 2 AA batteries maybe, and doesn't use up a lot of power because I've had batteries in there for a couple years at a time. And I mainly use this for when I do summer camping, because sometimes you get in an area where the tent is just super hot, and just a little bit of breeze allows you to be able to go to sleep. Alright, so I have some bungee cords. Actually, I have a lot of bungee cords, and just drop my fan. Alright, this is one of the things that I absolutely love. I have 2 different kinds, and these are just little cups and bowls. This is a tiny cup, actually. That's a blue set, an orange set, and this is my blue set. And so they just open up. Alright, come on. It's hard to do with one hand. But you get the point. So it opens up to a cup. So I have 2 different size cups, and this one's a bowl. That was actually more of like a soup. And this one's already open, so you can see the depth of it. This is great for a bowl or plate. And let me get these out of the way. And here's what I normally use as my eating utensil, my eating plate. You can also pan gold with it if you're into that kind of thing. I've used to do that when I was younger, and it's lasted. I don't know how old this is. I think I probably got this out of camping kit that I had when I was a kid, or when I was in Scouts. I don't even remember at this point. Alright, what's next? This is my frying pan. It's pretty heavy duty. I like it, just a real small one. Basically enough for one person. What else do I have in there? Alright, this is a bag of miscellaneous stuff like matches, different things. This is mostly for the area I go camping at. This little light right there, flashlight. And press it again, it becomes a glow light. And press it again. Not really sure what that does. But the 4th time, emergency signal, basically. Oh, I know what it was. The first one's light, second one is both, and the third one is just the glow light, and the 4th one is flashing lights. That was real cheap. Got that, I think, last year, maybe 2 years ago. My silverware set, some cooking gear, some real simple cooking gear. Like this is a foldable scoop. There's a little knife, a spatula kind of thing. What else? Alright, this is that's a little candle, more matches. Oh, there's a little, for back when I used lanterns, I have that. And I still have some of those lanterns, I just haven't been using them. Tea bags. I'm more of a tea bag than a coffee person. Some chewing gum. This one's kind of important for me. Miso soup. Let's see, Kikkoman. Can't really get to focus on there, but miso soup is really important. Emergency situation. I do have some butter buds back here, and some hand wash ups, but they're probably dried up by now. Some cocoa powder, and that's basically just for emergency purposes. That's all that's really in there. Alright, so that's tea bags. Here's some sunblock, because I've got a bald head, and my head gets burnt quite often if I'm not wearing a hat. So again goes there. Alright, so I have some cordage, but this cordage is attached to hooks. You can see that, and basically different ways of using them. Let's see if that's better. But this comes in really handy. More cordage. Multi-purpose scissors. So use it as a bottle opener, a saw, scissors, can opener again, little, let's see, tool area, and once again tool area. Sorry, I keep taking the focus away from where I want to go. Anyways, these are great. They're super light. Let's see, another one of those. Alright, this is my cooking set. This is my second cooking set I ever had. The first one was one of those really cheap aluminum ones that were, you know, super crappy, but you still find them today. And this actually comes in a case, but I don't have the case with me. I'm using the case for something else right now. This is being burnt because I wasn't paying attention one day. But once you burn a pan, it's always going to burn. So unfortunately, I got this pan, but this one's great for cooking larger items of food. And it all compacts into each other, so a smaller one and yet a smaller one. And I usually use this one for boiling water. So inside I've got clothes hangers, you know, to wash the pans, pot holder, and that was a sponge that I just dropped. So this is actually, no, I was correct. This is what I normally boil water in. This is the smallest of the 3 pots. Or make a can of soup or something if I actually bring cans with me. But I love this little set. It's stainless steel. It's a little heavier, but I just love it. So back there is more bungee cords. One of my knives. You know, one of these kind of things. This was given to me as a gift. So carry that one. And then lastly, this is my tent. It's technically a 4-person tent, but 2 of us sleep in it very comfortably. And this is pretty much, I've had different tents in here. I went to, for a while, I started going to larger size tents. You know, I'm getting old, I don't want to sleep on the ground anymore, I need a cot. But in an emergency situation, survival situation, you don't need that. You just need some shelter, and this makes perfect shelter. It's a 3-season tent, which basically the difference between a 3-season and a 4-season tent is nothing more than the fact that a 4-season tent has flaps that fold over and close. This doesn't have those flaps, but it is 3 seasons, so that it's designed for, you know, colder weather. I do go camping 4 seasons of the year. Well, I haven't been doing the 4th season because of snow, because my 4-season tent was stolen. So I stick to 3-season tents right now. 3-season tent also does not have all that mesh at the top, you know, which is a summer tent. 2-season tent, and it also has windows that close. Those are the basic differences. Alright, so that is my backpack that I take wilderness camping with me. All this does fit into that new brown one that I have. And on my new brown one, I actually have more straps than I had in my old one. I do have one strap hook right here, which goes around here so I can carry it like a backpack. It does have a handle at the top, because I have used this for you know, flying around the country, around the world. And does have the back straps, which both back straps and the waist straps do hide in the backside compartment. So sorry about that. It's kind of hard to show, but there's a little zipper right here, and it folds up inside there, and there's another zipper down at the bottom for the waist straps. This one has, this brown one down here has the same things, but just has more things to attach things with, and more straps. So this right here goes right here at the bottom, and I actually let it hang. So I know that when I'm walking, if I'm walking through a stream, and that starts to get wet, I know it's, you know, it won't be no big deal, but I also know that if it's getting wet, then I know that I need to change direction or go somewhere else. So it's getting too deep at that point. And like I said, this is probably one of the warmest sleeping bags I have, and that just gets attached onto the back of this one or the back of this one. So at one point in time, this did have straps right here that went across, but I have since removed them and put them on another carrying case. I did have them in here for a while, but it didn't really hold too many things. It mainly just helped compress this pack. So anyway, folks, this is my camping survival bag, my bug out bag. I do add a couple of things if I have to. Like I have a saw and an axe, and I may take some things out, or may add a couple things if I have to do an actual real emergency situation. Those are kept in a box that are right literally beneath this, so it's easy enough to get to. And it takes me just a couple seconds to grab my bag right here, and it's packed year round. The only thing that I add to it is I have another backpack that I should have brought in here, but I guess I didn't. Which I put my clothes in and a little bit of food, like my dry food. I dry mushrooms and I dry fruit and other various things like that. So my dry food. What else? And I usually bring some toiletries along, like toilet paper. I know that won't last eventually in a long-term situation, but that all gets packed in another bag, and it's basically a miniature version of this. It's camouflage green and has two side pockets, kind of like this. Its side pockets are too small for one of these, but just barely. Has a nice, great top pocket, which I fill usually with food that I can grab at easily. It's literally like half the size of this bag right here. So it holds a lot of stuff, and that's where I throw my clothes. I do have that packed halfway with a change of clothes, change of underwear, change of socks, that sort of thing. Kept that way year round, and I adjust it basically based on what I'm going to do. If I'm going wilderness camping or going camping somewhere where I don't really need those kind of clothes. But also I have the kind of pants that turn into shorts and they wick water and that kind of things. Those get packed in there as well. So, I also have some clothes, like the new thermals that dry fast and wick away your sweat and stuff like that. Those are packed in there as well for wintertime. So folks, that is my bug out bag, or my emergency bag, my backpacking bag. Hope you enjoyed this. If you please subscribe if you like my channel. And that's really about all I have to say. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I appreciate it, and peace out.